Oh my gosh. Why Netflix? Why? What's up, guys, and welcome back to Nerds on the Block, the place where we embrace everybody to unleash their inner geek and get lost in the vast oasis of all things nerdy. Today we're going to be talking about Record of Ragnorok, and as you can see, my buddy here, Tim, is obviously not here. I sent him back to the Shadow Realm where he belongs, so might not be seeing him for a little bit, but who knows. So, Record of Ragnarok. Oh my god. I don't know. Like, I don't understand what happened with this anime. Like, after watching the trailer, I was like, let's go, let's do it. I need this anime in my life right now. I need it. But then I finally watched it, and the animation was like, what? Like, it was piss poor. Like, a lot of the scenes were just like still images with a little After Effects put on it to make it look like things are happening and things are moving, but it was just very lazy animation. I don't know if it was like budget or production issues, or like they just detailed the characters so much that they just couldn't, they were just cutting corners in the animation basically, because a lot of the scenes are just still images. Like, there's little to no animation happening, and when the animation does happen, it's like, it's okay, but like in comparison to shows like Fate Stay Night and Demon Slayer and Jujutsu Kaisen, who are also very detailed and have amazing animation, like, there's no excuse. Like, I don't understand. Like, if anything, they should have handed this off to Studio Mappa or Ufotable, who would have definitely brought this show justice, because like the fights just weren't doing it for me. The animation just, like, I was kind of entertained, but like the whole time I'm sitting there thinking like, man, this anime deserves so much more than what it's getting. So much more. And it's unfortunate that like they just didn't take the animation seriously. Like, if anything, if I had to pick a fight that was my favorite fight, it's kind of a tie between the last two fights basically, which was Adam versus Zeus and Kojiro versus Poseidon, which in comparison to the manga, it just felt a lot more intense. It looked a lot more intense. There was more blood. There was just, I mean, you're basically comparing an animated still image to a manga black and white still image, and the manga still did it better, and that says a lot. Like, it doesn't make any sense how like they could have such a high concept and they just didn't run over the hills with it. Like, this was their chance to make something epic, something amazing, and there's so many other better examples of such a high concept idea with such very well detailed characters, that it's just unfortunate that things didn't work out the way it should have for this anime. It really deserved better. All right, before I get ahead of myself, for those who don't know what Record of Ragnarok is, every 1,000 years the gods assemble to decide the fate of humanity. After 7 million years of human history, the gods come to the decision that humans are just irredeemable and must be extinct. So they basically just want to wipe them out, no questions asked. But the Valkyrie Brunhilde votes for the humans to stay alive. Like, she doesn't want them to die. Like, she feels like they're still redeemable. They deserve a chance to at least fight for their right to stay on planet Earth. So what happens is the gods assemble 13 of their strongest warriors, whereas Brunhilde gets together 13 of humanity's strongest, or okay, I wouldn't say strongest, but she puts together a pretty unorthodox list of fighters to go up against the gods. I'm talking about the most like ridiculous, some of the most ridiculous people I would never expect for her to pick, like Nikola Tesla, Rasputin, Jack the Ripper, for God's sake, is fighting for the sake of humanity. The guy who back in the 1800s murdered like 5 people is fighting for the right to save humanity, which is like beyond my understanding. And I haven't read that far into the manga, and spoiler alert, we don't even get to see that in this series, but like they tease it, and apparently from what I heard, Like that is probably one of the best fights in the entire manga apparently. So I'm very curious to see how it turns out in the actual anime. And guys, this is just the tip of the iceberg. All those guys are going to be facing people like Buddha, Apollo, Anubis, Odin. The list goes on, and it's like, how do they expect these humans to fight these almighty, ridiculously strong god-like beings? It makes no sense at all, but that's what makes it so amazing and so enchanting. Like it's very interesting, and it's like, I have to see this. I need to figure out how are these humans are gonna win. And basically what Brunhilde does is, how do you kill a god? You kill them with a godlike weapon. So together with her Valkyrie sisters, they enchant all the humans with god-slaying weapons, and that's basically the only thing that stands between victory and salvation, or getting killed and everybody getting wiped out. So it's just like, I was 150% on board with a concept like that. Like, how could you not be? I will say that the music in this show was amazing. Like it was very intense, very upbeat, very lively. Like it really set the scene and set the tone. So I'll definitely give it to them for the music. But like, I don't know, man. Like even like the fights, the way that the fights were kind of like ordered, like Adam versus Zeus. I'm thinking like Zeus is like the alpha, the omega, the almighty, and the fact that he was like the second fight kind of rubbed me the wrong way. I'm sitting here thinking, if anything, those two should be the last fight, because Adam is the first man and Zeus is the highest of the high. So that didn't make any sense to me. And then the Lubu versus Thor fight was like all the fights were ridiculously long. It made no sense why every fight was like 4 episodes long. Like the pacing made no sense. Like they could have fit in so much more fights and so much more story just in general. If they just kept it to 2 episodes per fight, they could have fit in so much more, and they could have done it. Like the fights didn't need to be prolonged that long. So it really didn't make any sense to me why every fight was like 4 episodes, because it got to a point where I was kind of like, okay, these fights are kind of dragging a lot longer, and there was moments where it was mostly just talking anyway. Like the first episode was like basically talking the entire time. A lot of like cheering, a lot of like introduction, no fighting. The fight didn't really even start till like the end, and then it picked up in the second episode. So it's like little things like that this show kind of like, what are you guys doing? Man, it's crazy. But wow, I don't know what to tell you guys. I think going forward they really need to pace the fights better. They really need to up the budget or up the detail in the animation, because a high concept idea like this deserves the best of the best animation. Like if it's not on the level of Studio Mappa or Ufotable, just to name a few, like honestly, I don't even see the point of even continuing this series, because it deserves really good quality animation. So would I recommend this anime? Not really. I mean, if you're morbidly curious and you just want to see what the hype is all about and just understand what people are feeling, then check it out. Or you never know, you might watch it and you might like it a lot better than me and most people who have watched it have been feeling. I would highly recommend just reading the manga. The manga looks beautiful. It's super intense. Like you get a lot better feels, and you just the draw is just better in the manga than it is in the anime. And I'm just really hoping that they take all this criticism to heart and really do better the next time around, if they even get a chance at a second season, honestly. So that's the end of my rant, guys. Honestly, I wash my hands of this show. But, you know, leave a comment in the comment section below. Let us know if you liked it, you hate it. Are you boycotting this show? Do you can't wait for a second season for some strange reason? I don't know. Leave all those comments in the comment section below. Please like and subscribe to Nerds on the Block if you enjoy our content. And please follow us on all our social media platforms. And I'll see you guys next time. Later.
Yo, you still here, dog? Yo, subscribe to the channel, bro. Make sure you hit that notification bell to stay locked on all of our content when it drops.
What's wrong with you guys?
Yeah, bro.
Block teaser.
Seriously, like it's so easy, bro. Just click the button, bro.